NCAA.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at NCAA.com/shop.
Hello and welcome to the 2021 Division I Men's Soccer Selection Show. I am your host, Jeremiah Johnson. This weekend, 48 schools will take the field in pursuit of a national championship. The College Cup will take place December 10th and 12th in Cary, North Carolina. Marshall is the defending champion after defeating Indiana 1-0 in overtime. There are 206 men's soccer teams in Division I. 48 will compete with the dream of winning that championship. Now, this field will consist of 23 automatic qualifiers and 25 at-large selections. Action starts this Thursday with first-round games all at local sites. The top 16 seeds have earned first-round byes, and they will await the winners of those opening games, and they'll play on Sunday, November 21st. And I mentioned when that College Cup will take place. Right now, it is time to introduce the Division I Soccer Committee Chair, Kimia Massey. He is with us to start this program. It was likely a short night, but we have a field in front of us, and we can't wait to show everyone. Last season, the event was held in the spring. You had just 36 teams. Now you're back to 48. How nice is this? How proper is this for men's soccer?
This is great. Really appreciate the opportunity to serve as chair, but really excited about what we have with this entire 48-team field. It was a really, really compelling regular season, and with that, it was a really tough time in the room this past couple of days, but we're really excited about the field. We're really excited about going back to Cary. It's the third time essentially in a row that Cary has hosted us. They do an incredible job, and I think from all our coaches and student athletes and the experience they have there, we're really excited to be back there again.
It's always a two-part process. You need to select the at-large teams, and then you need to seed the field. What were some of the important things? What criteria did you look at for both of those aspects?
Yeah, the criteria are really important. So we do have a protocol and process that we follow as we look at criteria. Of course, win-loss record, looking at how teams have done from an RPI perspective. Strength of schedule is always going to be very important. We do look at top 50 wins in the RPI, even top 100 wins. And then we start looking at results when we get into sort of later on the night, results against teams that are in the tournament. We're also going to look at sort of the regional advisory committee information. That feedback is extremely critical and important from all our coaches throughout all our regions. So it's a lot of information, but it's really good because we can really dive deep into the data, but also really how teams look and how they're playing, especially in those last 8 matches. So all those pieces of criteria are really important as we make really tough decisions going into the selection.
Kimia Massey is the Division I Men's Soccer Committee Chair. Hold that thought. We will check back in with you at the conclusion of this program. It is time now to show you the bracket, and we will start in the top left with the #1 overall seed. That is Oregon State. Thanks to a tie in their final game against Washington, Oregon State clinched the outright Pac-12 championship. They scored in the 89th minute to force overtime before eventually recording that tie. They're headed to a third NCAA tournament appearance since Terry Boss took over the program in 2018. Tyrone Mondi leads the team in scoring 8 goals and 5 assists. It's their 6th NCAA tournament appearance. A first-round game features host St. John's in for the 22nd time in school history. Thanks to a 6'6" goalkeeper, Luca Gavrin, St. John's leads the country in save percentage. They will welcome Princeton for a first-round game. Princeton will participate in the tournament for the second time since 2010. And a weekend win against Yale coach Jim Barlow won his 200th career game. 12 wins for the Tigers, 11 wins, I should say, this season, third most in school history. North Carolina is in, hosting on Thursday. The 2-time national champion Tar Heels will participate in the NCAA tournament for the 28th time. 10 of UNC's victories this season have been shutouts. first Patriot League title means they are in for the first time since 2009. This quote from Coach Steve Nichols says it all. He said, "This might not be the most talented team we've had during the past 5 years, but I think it is the one with the most character. It's icing on the cake for all of our grad students who wanted to come back for one last chance at a title." Congratulations, Loyola, Maryland. The 16 overall seed and getting a first-round bye is New Hampshire. Despite a 1-0 loss to Vermont in the America East Finals, New Hampshire is in. That was their only loss of the season. They are 42-2-7 all-time in games at Wildcat Stadium, third in the country in goal differential. Congratulations to New Hampshire. Earning a 9 seed with an impressive record is Kentucky. The Wildcats were the 4 seed in the CUSA tournament, knocked off FIU in the semifinals, and then beat Florida Atlantic in overtime in the finals to grab the AQ spot. This is the Wildcats' 12th all-time appearance in this field. Congratulations to Jan Hoffelner, the CUSA Goalkeeper of the Year. Akron gets the right to host a first-round game and at-large out of the Mid-American Conference. Their resume included a pair of wins over top 30 RPI squads, Penn and Penn State. It's Akron's 30th NCAA appearance. Akron will welcome Santa Clara, who gets to make the long trip to Northeast Ohio. Santa Clara finished West Coast Conference play undefeated for the 4th time in program history. They've now won the WCC title 13 times. Go crazy, Grand Canyon. Despite falling to Seattle in penalty kicks in the WAC tournament title game, Grand Canyon has an at-large bid. This will be their 3rd NCAA appearance. Esai Easley was the preseason WAC Defensive Player of the Year, made that early accolade look very smart, as following the season, Esai was also named the WAC Defensive Player of the Year. A great record, great season for Grand Canyon. Denver is Grand Canyon's opposition, the Summit League regular season and tournament champion. Shout out to Kobe Gray. The goalkeeper came off the bench to make some amazing saves in a penalty kick shootout. He had not played an official minute since September, but made 6 saves between the 2 shootouts and was named tournament MVP. What a story for Kobe Gray. Denver's been the class of this league for a while, having brought home 15 out of 17 possible trophies in their 9 years in the league. It's their 11th NCAA appearance. Waiting in the second round, ready to host a Sunday game, is Clemson. The Tigers won their 3rd consecutive ACC Atlantic Division title. Oscar Agron followed up last season's second-team All-ACC honor with a first-team selection. Clemson, a 2-time national champion, is in the tournament for the 34th time in school history. We are 1/4 of the way through the bracket. Let's keep rolling. The 5 seed in this tournament is Pittsburgh. Pitt won the 2nd consecutive ACC Coastal regular season title. Despite having a 19-game home unbeaten streak snapped in the ACC tournament, Pitt is in for the 3rd consecutive season, 5th time in school history. Pitt made it to the national semifinal last season before falling to Indiana 1-0. Love that emotion on the field from the Panthers. Congratulations to Northern Illinois. They celebrated a Mid-American Conference title by edging Georgia State 2-1 on Sunday. The Huskies were appropriately honored by the conference prior to the tournament. Nick Markanek won his 2nd straight Player of the Year award. Ryan Swan was named League Coach of the Year. Markanek leads the nation in goals scored with 16. Northern Illinois celebrating on the screen. Congratulations to the Huskies for making the tournament for the first time since 2011. The Huskies are happy to host Oakland. The Horizon League regular season and conference tournament champion, Noah Jensen, was named tournament MVP after scoring 3 goals in the 2 Oakland games this past weekend. Hello, Hofstra. You will host a game on Thursday. Thanks to a 3-2 victory against Elon, Hofstra extended its unbeaten streak to 15 games. The CAA championship is Hofstra's 5th and 1st since 2015. Matthew Volwinkle was named the CAA Most Outstanding Player after scoring a pair of goals in each Hofstra tournament victory. There you see some goals right there for Hofstra. Lipscomb likes seeing their name on the screen. The Bisons could not be in a better mood after winning the Atlantic Sun Championship crown. Hayes-Wood and Tyrese Spicer were named co-MVPs of the tournament. They starred in a 4-1 win against Central Arkansas. Lipscomb is packing its bags for the NCAA tournament for the third time in program history. The winner of the Hofstra-Lipscomb game gets to travel to Penn State. The Nittany Lions, 12 seed in the tournament. Penn State won the Big Ten regular season and conference tournament title. This past weekend's championship victory against Indiana was the first Big Ten tourney title in 16 years. It was extra sweet since Penn State lost to IU there last season. Moving on, another national seed and second round host, Florida International. FIU can't wait to play in the tournament for a 17th time in school history. And as an at-large, despite falling to Kentucky in the Conference USA semifinals. Shout out to everyone at the DC Pit enjoying today's watch party. Sounds like a great time. They've got the band, the Dazzlers, Rory, and the DJ. Celebrate today, and then best of luck to FIU this weekend. Breathe easy. Wake Forest, 11 consecutive NCAA appearances, most of anyone in the ACC. With victories over top 5 opponents Pitt and Virginia Tech, as well as Patriot League champ Loyola Maryland, that definitely helped Wake's case to keep this streak alive. They will host Mercer, the automatic qualifier from the SoCon. We know the team's gathered at Margaritas in Mercer Village to soak up this moment. It's a 4th straight conference tournament title, thanks to a 4-3 win against Belmont on Sunday. Dylan Gaither, tournament MVP, 3 Mercer players, Liam Coxhead, Logan Longo, and Nick Wanzer earned the Pinnacle Award for highest cumulative GPA among championship-eligible student athletes on the winning team. We've got some student athletes on the Mercer team. One more first-round game on this half of the bracket to show you. It will take place at Vermont. Eve Boria scored the only goal in the America East Championship. That helped the Catamounts defeat New Hampshire 1-0. This is Vermont's 11th NCAA appearance. The first round game is against 2 schools who begin with the letter V. Villanova is in. The Wildcats finished their Big East semifinal game with the flurry, scoring 2 goals in the final 15 minutes to take down Creighton. Now, despite the loss to Georgetown, Villanova does get an at-large spot. Liam McKinnon and Carson Williams were both named All Big East second team. This is just Villanova's second NCAA appearance, the other coming in 2016. The final seeded school on the left side of the bracket, number 4 overall, Notre Dame. In the ACC championship game, it was Dawson McCartney 2, Duke 0. McCartney's first career 2-goal game gives the Irish their first league title since capturing the 2012 Big East Championship. The tournament MVP, McCartney, was the first player to record a brace in the championship game since 2011. Congratulations to number 4 overall seed, Notre Dame. Halfway home, no need to take a break. We are moving on to the right side of the bracket. Top right, congratulations to number 3 overall seed, Georgetown. The Hoyas celebrated a 4th Big East championship in 5 seasons by defeating Providence 2-1 in overtime. Steven Stojanovic was named most outstanding player of the Big East tournament, while Giannis Nikopolidis was most outstanding defensive player. This is the same seed that Georgetown had when they won the 2019 National Championship. Georgetown, the 3 seed in the 2021 Men's Soccer Championship. Charlotte gets to host a game on Thursday. This is their 16th NCAA appearance. They finished runner-up to North Carolina back in 2011. Charlotte will host Georgia State in as an at-large. Despite that double overtime heartbreaker that we told you about to Northern Illinois, the Panthers will play in the tournament for the 3rd time in school history. Providence earns the right to play a home game on Thursday. Balance is a strength of the Friars. 13 different players on the roster have scored at least 1 goal. 9 of those 13 are multi-goal scorers. Providence gets an at-large selection after advancing to the finals of the Big East tournament before falling to Georgetown. 2 is a bit of a magic number for this team. They are 9-0-1 when scoring 2 or more goals in a game, and we'll leave you with another goal right there. Providence meets Marist in round 1. It is awesome to know there's another watch party taking place. This one at the Marist Cabaret. The Red Foxes, or the AQ, out of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. The conference championship came down to penalty kicks. Marist prevailed against Ryder 5-3. Kyle Galloway was named championship most outstanding player after scoring 3 goals and 2 assists in 3 tournament matches. Now waiting and hosting the winner of that game is defending national champion Marshall. They were ranked number 4 in the country going into the CUSA tournament. The defending national champions will get a chance to repeat thanks to this at-large selection. They're the 14th national seed. They won the title last season in just their second appearance, so make it 3 in a row now for Marshall. One of Marshall's rivals is West Virginia. They also get a national seed. They're in at number 11. The Mountaineers, an at-large after falling in the MAC tournament semifinals to Georgia State. After that game, Coach Dan Stratford remained confident, saying, I know this group is good enough. I'm not sure we've played a team yet that can truly say they were better than us. So the guys just have to come back really strong next week and believe we can still make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. They'll get a chance as a national seed, and they'll get that first round bye. This is West Virginia's 15th NCAA appearance. Virginia Tech is a first-round host. This is the Hokies' 6th consecutive NCAA appearance. They have a record of 10-5-3 this season. They will welcome Campbell to Blacksburg. The Big South Tournament champions, Campbell, an NCAA participant for the 3rd time. After winning the conference tournament title for that 3rd time, Dustin Fonder, coach, said, I think that championship mentality is what drove us today. Campbell leads the country in assists and is 2nd in points per game. Out of the Missouri Valley Conference, Missouri State is in. The Bears are back as MVC tournament, back-to-back MVC tournament champs, I should say, after a 3-0 victory against Evansville. The shutout win, the Bears' 10th of the season. Senior goalkeeper Michael Creek's 8th of the year. Expecting a great first-round game as Missouri State will host Creighton. Despite dropping a Big East quarterfinal game, the Jays are jumping for joy. Their 25th NCAA appearance, but first since 2016. Whoever survives that first-round game will make the short trip to number 6 overall seed Tulsa. The number 1 seed prevailed over the 2 seed in the American Athletic Conference Championship on Sunday. Tulsa coach Tom McIntosh said, I'm proud of our guys for going for it and chasing that trophy. That was after that 2-1 win against UCF. Marcus Moreno scored the game-winning goal in the 82nd minute. Defense is big for Tulsa. Till Zinhart was named the defensive player of the tournament. This is Tulsa's 12th NCAA appearance and first since 2016. We are 3/4 of the way through the field, bottom right quarter of the bracket now, and the 7th seed in the tournament is Duke. Despite a loss to Notre Dame in the ACC Championship, Duke is in as an at-large. Duke was playing in the ACC Championship for the first time since 2006. This is the Blue Devils' 28th appearance and first since 2018. Love the highlights we are seeing from the Blue Devils. A lot of highlights this season for Thor Ulfarsson, the sophomore from Iceland, has 14 goals in 14 games. Just a phenomenal talent, Thor Ulfarsson. We focus now on the West Coast for the next first-round game. UCLA is a host. The Bruins finished 3rd in the Pac-12. They also finished strong, knocking off San Diego State 4-1 over the weekend in their final regular season game. This is UCLA's 46th appearance in school history, the first since 2018. UCLA features a balanced attack. Offensively, Tommy Silva has 6 goals and 16 points on the season. You're seeing a UCLA Cal game on your screen. Can't wait to see the Bruins take on UC Santa Barbara. What a win in the Big West tournament. The Gauchos defeated UC Irvine 4-0. It was UCSB's first Big West tournament title since 2010. Finn Ballard McBride was named the Big West Men's Soccer Championship MVP. Moving on, back east we go. Good day, Maryland. They had 3 players named all Big Ten first team: Ben Bender, Joshua Bolma, and Brett St. Martin. Bolma also the conference's freshman of the year. This is Maryland's 39th trip to the NCAA tournament. The Terrapins take on LIU on Thursday. LIU is the AQ representing the Northeast Conference. This is their 16th NCAA appearance, a record of 11-4-4 this season. Awaiting the winner of that game is 10 seed St. Louis. SLU is the lone unbeaten team remaining in the country. You see that record 14-0-4. The Billikens will be making their record 49th appearance in the men's soccer championship, but first since 2014. SLU has won a record 10 NCAA titles. In the A-10 title-winning game against Duquesne, Patrick Schulte recorded 3 saves and was named the most outstanding player of the championship. John Klein leads the country in assists per game. Last season's national runner-up is a national seed and second-round host, Indiana. The Hoosiers are back, hoping to win one more game. They're an at-large after falling to Penn State in the Big Ten title game. Roman Celentano and Spencer Glass were named to the all-tournament team for the Big Ten. Roman, an outstanding goalie for IU. This is Indiana's 46th NCAA appearance. They have 95 wins all-time in the tournament, a tradition-rich program for sure. Louisville is in as an at-large. The Cardinals finished with a share of the ACC Atlantic Division title in their first regular season crown since joining the league in 2014. This is their 13th time in the field. Louisville will take on Bowling Green, who will travel to the Bluegrass State. 8th NCAA appearance for the Falcons, in for just the second time since 1997. Our final first-round game to show you will take place at Portland. The party is underway at the Pilot House, but boy, did they have to sweat out this show. Portland was 29th in the RPI rankings last week. They finished the season tied for 3rd in the WCC. Portland's first appearance since 2018. Congratulations to the Pilots. It should be a great game as Seattle travels to Portland. To come back for the ages put Seattle in the tournament. They scored 2 goals in the final 4 minutes to tie Grand Canyon, then went on to win via penalty kicks to take the automatic spot. Odd-numbered years have worked out well for Seattle. They've been in the tournament in 2013, 15, 17, 19, and now 21. Levante Johnson, most points on the team this season. Noe Meza becomes Seattle's all-time goals leader. And also, Declan McGlynn is Seattle's all-time points leader. So we've got quite a squad in Seattle. They will take on Portland. Our 48th and final school to see the name on the screen, one that is not panicking. They knew they would be in a national seed. It's Washington. Finished second in the Pac-12, in position to make a deep NCAA tournament run. They're a balanced team. Washington has 12 different goal scorers this season and 16 different point scorers. They also lead the country in save percentage and shutout percentage with the goalie combo of Sam Fowler and Andrew Morrison. Washington is the number 2 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. There is a lot to digest there. We've seen 48 schools, and at this time, we would like to welcome back Kim Massey, the Senior Associate Athletic Director at Oregon State, also the Division I Men's Soccer Committee Chair. So I mentioned your title and your role at Oregon State. I think you should maybe explain to the viewers how you chose the seating process or how it happened when Oregon State was being discussed in the room.
I appreciate that. It's actually an interesting process, and just so everyone understands how it works when you have someone affiliated with an institution or within a league, we were out of the room. So the actual discussion, the selection of Oregon State ended up being the number 1 seed. I was not a part of that conversation. That being said, upon returning back to the room as we continued our discussions, the committee during their deliberations really felt that Oregon State's overall profile, having the best strength of schedule in the entire country. They won outright the number 1 RPI conference in the country, and just their overall depth of play and the kind of dangerous team they are. They feel like they earned that number 1 overall seed.
You've got Washington, the 2, Georgetown, the 3, Notre Dame, the 4. Wondering if you can comment on what made those other 3 teams stand above the rest.
Absolutely. University of Washington had an incredible season as well. It was really up there in the Pac-12 this year. They're a dangerous team, as you mentioned. They've had 12 different goal scorers, incredible goaltending. They finished second in the Pac-12, which was the number 1 RPI conference in the country. So the committee felt that they earned that number 2 seed. Georgetown, really good conversation there about where they were at. Obviously, they won the conference championship again over Providence yesterday. Really great job, finishing 16-2 overall. 7 matches that they won against the RPI top 50. So we really felt like they earned that number 3 seed. And then we got to the 4, which is a really good conversation. We had quite a few teams in the mix there for the 4 seed. Watching our matches over the last several weeks and throughout the course of the season, and then watching the results yesterday with Notre Dame, really coming through in the ACC championship, really put them in that number 4 spot. They've had an incredible run of play here at the end in the number 2 RPI conference in the country, and really, really strong results against the top teams in the country, most of which were actually earned a national seed from the ACC. So we felt Notre Dame earned that 4 seed.
One final thought, Kimya, and I wanted you to give a shout out and maybe say your thanks and look forward in anticipation to everyone at Cary, North Carolina. They did such a great job last spring in making sure that event could take place, inviting all of the field down, and now it'll be the College Cup hosts once again. How are they well equipped to host your College Cup?
Yeah, Cary's an incredible resource and incredible place for us to go. It's a great complex. If you've never been there, I really highly recommend everyone get out there and watch this year's tournament. We have a really, really, really strong field, but bringing a strong field in those 4 final teams to Cary is always a special place. They just do a great job really taking care of not only the facilities and the space, but also the fans, obviously our student athletes and our coaches. So it's really, really special place. And we really feel like that's become a really good sort of home away from home for many of these teams and for our selection committee as well.
Thank you, Kimya Massey, the chair of the selection committee. Get some rest today and then enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Thanks a lot, JJ.
Now, there's not a long wait to get back to the action as first-round games are just 3 days away starting on Thursday. Make sure you check back here at NCAA.com for updated results and news throughout the tournament. As mentioned, the College Cup will take place December 10th and 12th in Cary, North Carolina. This will be the 3rd season in a row, 7th time the College Cup has been held in Cary. You can catch all 3 games of that College Cup on ESPNU. And once again, follow NCAA.com for championship information. Thank you for joining us this morning. Congratulations and best of luck to all of the student athletes competing in this year's championship.
There's an energy swelling out beyond the limits of your expectations. A universe where